This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
The Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Philly Joe and Vicky. The time now 6:09 on a Thursday morning.
Yep, minus 14 out there right now, and the wind chill makes it feel like minus 22.
How we looking, Joe, for the weekend? And do you feel like giving us a look ahead?
Well, there's some snow coming tonight, periods of snow, and then some light snow tomorrow morning. But on the weekend, forecast has changed a little bit. We went from full sunshine to 3 degrees expected on Saturday and 2 degrees now on Sunday, but cloudy with a chance of showers.
No more sunshine?
No, mix of sun and cloud on Saturday.
Would you say
next week looking pretty good?
Yeah.
Yeah, minus 2s, minus 3s.
Comes
I guess.
down to the wind, really.
Yes.
The wind doesn't go that far ahead, though. Hey, Joe, the wind is more of a day before sort of thing.
Yeah, just know you live in the prairies, and
Not much blocking it.
if you're a gambler, you can suggest that there's probably going to be more windy days than not.
Good odds.
I like that as I know you're putting together an album, Bet on the Wind.
Yeah, I
could
might
be
write that
a possible
down.
title.
It's a
Bet on the wind.
Well,
Yeah.
Bob Seger hit a hit with Against the Wind. Why not bet on
Yeah.
bet on it? Maybe same song.
Just with changing some
Bet
words.
on the wind.
It's all about gambling on weather.
What are the other tracks for the album so far? I can't remember. Vicky, you'll remember.
Oh, I don't.
Wasn't planning on it.
Wasn't planning on it.
And the basis of that was
old
there was
co-worker.
an old co-worker of ours that we needed some help with something, and I asked if he was coming into work the next day. Not today to help, the next day. And the answer was wasn't planning on it. Then it kind of left me speechless for a while, going, "Well, it is a work day."
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure.
So
And that one makes me think of like a kind of a driving blues rock
Yeah.
kind of.
Well, I'm gonna need your help.
Planning on it.
Joe's been walking around the office singing Wasn't Planning on It for a
Yeah.
couple of
It's a
years
hit.
now.
I'm
Wasn't
telling
planning on it.
Yeah.
Wasn't planning on it.
Da-da-da.
So all of these songs
Are you coming in? I wasn't planning on
Vicky
it.
does the "Are you coming in" part.
Yeah.
Right?
Are you coming in? Yeah,
Well, I
for sure.
wasn't
We'll workshop
planning
it.
on it.
And then any
Then
other
there's
songs?
doing 40 and an 80.
Yeah.
I'm going to spirit Sammy Hagar on that one. Yeah. And now there's talk about this Public Works Department pushing through. They're waiting on the Highway Act now with the province. It's going through. You can just tell by the answers from some of the city councilors already. It looks like it's going to be 40 kilometers that they're going to go for, because then it leaves the school zones in at 30. And this is basically just residential streets. The default speed limit is 50 kilometers. They want it down to 40, it looks like. And the reason they're basing it on, I guess a study was done in Edmonton, and going 40 in residentials has dropped collisions down 25%. I don't know what the stats are about collisions in residential areas in Manitoba.
Yeah, I'd
but
be interested
that
to
would
know.
be a good number to find out.
The province, sorry if you mentioned it, but the province has to approve this yet.
They have to amend
That's where
the
they're
Highway
going.
That's a
Traffic
big
Act,
one,
so
I've
that's kind of one of the next few steps.
And I've heard from my reading that's a big step, and they're not sure. I think the province has told them. I remember reading about it the other day, and for whatever reason, the article mentioned that will be the biggest step because the province wasn't into it once before or something like that. So,
Yeah.
Well, the Public Works Department put it through fast, right?
And
so we'll see
unanimously,
what happens.
yeah.
So I don't know if you're going to get the premier going, wasn't planning on it or not.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
I certainly never want to turn this into a fireside chat with Joe Aiello where we have a Q&A with him. But Joe, when you in your days in the wrestling industry, the WWF back in the day, I know you were a wrestling commentator and very good at it. Did you ever consider getting into the side of it where you would be like a manager?
No, but I got involved in a match on the local scene one time because as the storyline would go, I was doing an interview with someone and I got like blindsided by a bad guy. And then you have to get your comeback in, right? You have to resolve the issue.
Sure.
So at the end of the night, what happened was I got beat up in the ring and then I got to make my comeback. I picked up a folding chair and hit the bad guy in the back as he came up to the ring, and then he goes down and the good guy pins him 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
So that was as close as I've come to managing someone. I got involved in a match.
I think you would have been very good at that side of it. With
Oh,
your
for sure.
Right? With
Yeah.
his ability to work a mic and sell a guy. Like whenever we talk to wrestlers in studio or anything, Joe can, I mean, you've worked in that industry, but you know how to sell it.
He knows the game.
Yeah, you do.
Well, you found a video here that's unbelievable.
Well, all this to talk about this video that is now up at the 92.1 City Facebook page. We should probably throw it up on IG as well. It's so good. I assume this is out of the States, a very small wrestling promotion.
Well, there's 25 fans in attendance.
Yeah.
It's a very small independent
But boy,
group.
it should be more. Like, as
This
a
guy.
non-wrestling fan, this could get me interested. There's a wrestler who is, I guess his gimmick is he's an Italian pizza maker, and he is in real time in the ring making the dough, like swirling it around in his hands to expand the dough for a pizza.
Yeah.
Punches the dough, and it hits his opponent, and the dough knocks him down.
Oh, yeah. The opponent takes the big bump and probably gets pinned right after that.
Yeah.
It's hilarious how the guy's wearing like an apron, like a pizza.
Well, you don't wanna mess up
pizza
your
apron.
wrestling gear.
Oh, it's good. And he's got the pizza spin down for the dough. He must have done that at
yeah.
some point. And then he punches it like Vicky said it. Man, oh, man alive.
Oh, what a gimmick. What a talent.
It's so good. And the guy getting knocked out from the pizza dough in
Yeah.
the face, both his legs go in the air. He's done. And yeah, the prototypical pizza store owner. That's what I would like.
Yeah, it's old school. That's like
right.
pizza by the slice. Go see Carmine. You know what I mean?
He's got the mustache.
I was going to say, if you're wondering if he has a mustache,
Sure
don't worry.
does.
Well, he looks
does.
like Super Mario,
Yeah.
doesn't he, without the hat, right?
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast. Ever feel like no one's listening? We've got your back. Call the Bone phone, 780-BONE. Brought to you by Eliminator RC Hobby Supply.
What is it with tow truck drivers in this city not towing vehicles? Like, there's been the same car on Academy with front end damage sitting in the curb lane for like 7 days now. Like, they plowed around it. It's all smashed up from an accident. Like, come on, guys, tow that thing. Also, when they plow residential streets, you may be ticketed or towed. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Ticket and tow. There's a car on my front street. I've reported twice to 311. It's been there for 5 months. They plowed around it twice, and they still haven't ticketed it or towed it. Good grief. Thanks, guys.
We had a response on the Boston Pizza text line earlier saying tow trucks can't just go and take dead vehicles. They have to be instructed by the owner or police or the city. So
That's right. So that was because I agreed with that caller earlier this morning. Sometimes I'll see a vehicle at the side of the highway
yeah.
for what feels like 3-4 days with the yellow tape around and everything else. So I guess, yeah, that at least answers the question.
Yeah.
Quite often we get the answer almost immediately to some
Sure.
of these questions. Okay, great news from a regular, the professor on the Bone phone.
Well, I got clearance to go back to work on Monday. That's going to be awesome. Just one more hurdle left to go. I got to get my license back. Can't wait to go for a ride on my motorcycle this summer. Goodbye.
Just some background. The professor had a stroke and then had rehabilitation, then had a surgery that involved a pretty serious procedure. And then just the rehabilitation, you can hear his speeches come back.
Way better.
Wow, yes.
And
what an improvement.
So good luck getting your license back. That's tough on anybody. And not having a license
Yeah.
anymore and losing a bit of your independence that way. So good on him.
Yep, and keep us up to date, Professor. We're all pulling for you. Bobo, a regular, a recent regular to the Bone phone. He wants to talk about intersections and how close you should be behind vehicles.
Hey, it's Bobo. I just wanted to weigh in on how much room you should leave before the car in front of you at a stoplight. Well, I do agree that 6 miles is a little bit extreme. It depends on a couple of things. First, the weather. If it's icy, you got to leave at least 2 car lengths behind. And that's because if the person behind you is pulling up, you need a little roll forward room. Number 2, if it isn't icy and it's safe to do so, and you are at a stoplight and there's a yield beside you, and someone behind you is trying to get around that corner, and you got room to pull forward, you pull forward. Bye-bye.
You pull forward.
You see, and all the traffic issues we have, and, we get calls all the time, all these clowns and traffic and everything else. And now you got Bobo the clown telling you how traffic really works. That's pretty damn good. Bobo knows.
He's been a great addition, Bobo. It's trade deadline day tomorrow. I feel like we acquired Bobo on the phone, and he's calls are fabulous.
Yeah.
Love his voice.
Okay, speaking of hockey, Connor Hellebuck. Been a lot of back and forth about Helly this week. Some people being critical, and then a whole bunch of calls defending him like this one.
All these armchair GMs out there, you have no idea what you're talking about. We have one of, if not the best goaltender on the planet, and you want to trade him? Give your head a shake. Come on. Arniel said it best after the last game. Personnel. We've lost personnel that are normally guys that are in that scenario. So
He did say that.
guess what? That's why we're losing. Time to hope we get a good draft pick. This season is a wash. It's done. It's over. We're finished. Let's go Bombers.
Personnel, does that mean players?
Yeah.
I've just never heard it
staff.
referred to as that. That sounds like the people behind the scenes.
No.
I guess not. But I
Personnel,
guess technically.
Personnel does come up, and I found it very interesting that Coach Arniel did make a comment of that nature when asked what because the context of the question was, you guys, like, you would win games like that all the time last year, Coach. Like, what's going on? And he's like, personnel. We don't have the same personnel as last year.
Yeah. I will say this, and this has come from some of the leaders. They all are sticking together. Like, these guys are a close-knit group, and they believe in themselves. Like, usually when things are going a little sour, there's usually some, chinks in the armor, right?
Yeah.
So,
and by the way,
it's been interesting.
Vicky will be working around the clock with the trade deadline day looming. If something breaks, she will have it.
I'm on it, guys.
So keep it right here to 92.1 City.
Yeah. Well, it's been a lot of talk about you're going to have your work cut out for you tomorrow.
I'm all in for it.
What time you planning on being here till tomorrow? Right through, I guess, BDK
as long
show.
as it takes.
Okay. That's that line right there. As long as it takes.
Okay, let's wrap with this. Hooligan wants the final word on this whole oil change conversation that's been going on all week. And he has one more comment, and then he thinks that should be it.
Once again, we're on topic of oil changes and how to check your oil. And this is very important. You can't go driving around doing errands, come home with a hot engine, and check your oil because you will not get a reading. The oil is up and down the dipstick tube. It'll be up and down the dipstick itself. You will not get a reading. And a lot of people don't know this. It actually, I have a 2018 Sierra truck, 8-cylinder, and actually, and I don't read the manuals. I was waiting for something, so I said, I'll read the manual. And it even says in my manual that before checking the oil, it must sit for 2 hours because you have all the oil inside the cylinders, on top of the engine, except it takes a while for it to all drip down,
of course,
and get back into the oil pan.
Sure.
So you check your oil in the morning when it's cold. So that's it. Discussion is over. Don't want to hear about this anymore.
He's done. He's at it.
I've got nothing to say. Give him the last word. Hooligan.
He said that's it.
Yep.
Put a bow on it. You know what? I have a funny feeling that's not going to be it, though. I don't know about.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast. Here's what's trending with Philly Joe and Vicky.
Sharon Osbourne says Ozzfest is coming back in 2027. This was a big festival back in the day. If you're not familiar with it, it started back in 1996 and happened every year after that until 2018. Like, that's a good run.
Ozzfest, man, massive. Yeah.
Huge.
That's been a former 92.1 City World Tour at one point, too. You're right. It was huge.
Well, we might have to look into this one because they want to host it in Ozzy's hometown of Birmingham, England, and then come to the States for another show. But it's not going to be a tour. It'll be like kind of these
different. Will they be different bands for each stop or the same?
It remains to be seen. I would imagine, depending on scheduling and everything, but they're going to be just like you have to travel to see this show.
A big blockbuster day or weekend.
Gotcha. So no Princess Auto Stadium for Ozzfest.
No, well, never say never, because if it's a success, if these maybe 2 shows that they're planning are successful, they're going to look into a tour for 2028.
Yeah,
so
do that.
Never say never, right?
That'd be wild.
Yeah. Back in 2023, Netflix debuted Squid Game: The Challenge. Did you guys watch that?
No.
It was massive. Like, it went viral, right? It was like a huge show. Is that what you're talking
Well,
about?
Squid Game itself was, but then they created, it was like a reality competition
okay.
show. And then they did a second season, and now they're bringing back a third season, but this time with celebrities. And by celebrities, I mean a bunch of real housewives and reality stars and a Spice Girl.
Cool.
And unlike the original show, nobody is fighting to the death. So there's a few differences from the original. I think the only ones that you guys would know, because they just announced the cast, Mel B, Scary Spice,
Yeah.
who's going to be on it. Tristan Thompson from the NBA.
Oh, yeah.
He was with one of the Kardashians,
yes.
Chloe, I believe.
Good rebounder, Tristan.
Yeah,
he's
for sure.
Canadian. I think he's Canadian,
Is he
Tristan
Canadian?
Thompson. I'll Google that while you go through the rest of the list.
I don't think the rest of the list is going to be of interest to anyone.
You never know. Joe loves this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what? I won't eat squid. I won't watch it.
Yeah.
I'm good.
No
Yes.
release date yet, but I haven't watched the original season. I might check it out. It might be a fun watch.
Tristan Thompson, Brampton, Ontario.
You're kidding.
Nope. Yep.
I
He's
had
an
no idea.
actual Canadian and did well for himself. Heck of an NBA career.
Well, you get with one of the Kardashians,
It's
and
boom.
There's no video.
yeah, that's the only reason I've heard of him. Sorry?
There's no video.
No video of Tristan and
Chloe. No,
that's
no,
right.
unfortunately not.
That's it for Scrollin
it.
today.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Just looking at that video a little more on the 92.1 City Facebook page, the wrestler out of the States who's
That's Luigi Primo.
That's
my
his name?
friend Primo.
that's what he goes by?
Yes, he does.
And he's not his shtick is throwing the pizza dough at the guy in the ring.
He punches it at the guy.
Yeah, and it takes him down.
Takes him down. I think they should call the final move the Pinzerati
Oh.
when he pins him.
See, that's why you
Instead
need
of
to
the
be his
Panzerati.
manager.
Yeah.
You need to be his
Yeah.
manager. Now, my question: I want to play a bone phone call that we didn't get on last hour. It's a question for Joe about Italian food, which who is more qualified than you, Joe? But could pizza dough knock you out? Because it knocks that guy out getting hit in the face.
There's some pizzas that those quite dense.
Okay.
I
Thick
could-
crust,
thick
yeah.
crust. It'd have to be the thick
Sure.
crust, Vicky. You're right.
I think it's also just the shock of pizza dough coming at you that you could lose your
There's
footing.
so many possibilities
Good
with
point.
this guy to be a bad guy too, because he could throw flour in the eye of his opponent.
yes.
He could take the apron off and use it as a choking hazard, right, in the ring, and then put it back on as an apron.
What
Yeah.
about the pizza cutter? That could be a
Yeah.
foreign
He
object.
could use it in one of those hardcore matches. He could use a rolling pin.
Pizza
Oh,
pan?
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
pan.
Bring out the pan.
I think the manager could hold the rolling pin.
And just
sneaking.
kind of slam it against, like in a threatening way, his hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
What you got to do. Okay, since we're on the topic of Italian food, this is for you, JoJo. Okay,
okay.
so listen up.
92 City FM, Barbarino, first time in 2026. Yeah, I've been busy, work, driving for a living, a little bit of stress here and there. It was my birthday last Friday, 49.
birthday.
Woo, yeah, thanks. But got a question for you, because you're Italian, you know your spaghetti, you know your foods. Listen, I made some spaghetti. And I was thinking about this. I got these noodles, and they're no-name brand. They're cheap, and they're like, you got the other whatever brands. I mean, like spaghetti noodles. Is it just like does it matter? Like, is it noodles? Like, explain to me. Like, I mean, it tastes fine to me. But if I should use some special noodles for my spaghetti, well, let me know. Anyways, have a good day, guys. Later.
Can't call them noodles. You got to call it pasta. First of all.
Are the name brand like Catelli or whatever else versus the no name? Like, do you
No.
find it makes a difference?
Well, yeah, sure. There's different levels of pasta grade, I would guess.
Yeah.
Nothing beats fresh, though.
Yeah, if you can, and I mean, there's a lot of great stores that will sell you fresh pasta, so you don't have to buy the store-bought bagged stuff.
Would you advise? So your advice would be, if you really want to notice a uptick in quality, do the fresh.
Right.
Otherwise, it's all just in a box and you won't notice
Right.
that much difference, would you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's night and day.
The fresh?
Yeah, I make
Yeah.
my own, and it's not as hard as you think it is. It's like 2 ingredients.
Right.
You get the fine pasta flour and an egg.
I will
Some
never
eggs?
make my own fresh pasta.
It's a lot-
Just I don't ever see that happening, so I'll buy the fresh.
Do you have a machine?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay. That makes a big
Yeah.
difference for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
It takes some time,
Yeah.
but it's when you actually do it, you'll find it's easier than you think it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what we actually learned today?
What?
That Vicky knows more about pasta than I do. That's what we learned.
I thought that question was for you, Joe.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast. Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get PJ and V into more ears.
That was good information there, JoJo, on
Vicky.
the pasta. Because Barbarino had a question for you about, like, when you're in a grocery store and you see the different pastas on the shelf.
Yeah.
Is it, is it all kind of the same once you're buying it in a grocery store? And Vicky said, make your own. It's way better, or get it fresh. But to Barbarino's question about if you don't have time and you're buying it in a grocery store, is there better brands than others that you would recommend?
Talking to some chefs I know, they would suggest to you Rumo, Rummo, Rumo brand. It's
Never heard of it.
fantastic.
Good to know.
It's very good.
Okay. Well, now I know.
And honestly, I think in a lot of cases, pasta isn't necessarily as important as the sauce.
Ooh, yeah. That's
Like
very
even
good.
finding whether you're purchasing a sauce or making a sauce, right? A lot of people like to therapeutic, right? Make their own sauces and everything. I think that's really what makes the dish.
I agree.
Because sometimes it kind of veers sweeter. Sometimes it veers more savory.
Yeah, like there's some high-end pastas out there that you wouldn't know if it was freshly made or packaged. But sauce?
You
oof.
notice that. You notice a good sauce immediately.
And then you really want to carb up, you got to add the fresh bread to that. So double dip on the sauce and then the pasta.
Well, if you go for lunch or dinner with Joe, there's going to be lots of bread on the table.
Got to have the
Lots
bread.
of appetizers.
Of course.
Yeah. Sometimes I eat so much apps when I'm with Joe that I'm barely hungry for the main course.
Then you take it home.
You take it home.
Absolutely. On the Boston Pizza text line, someone says, Philly, Joe, you both missed it. Vicky has a pasta machine, but no air fryer. You know what?
Oh, well, the pasta machine isn't sitting on a counter. We know that much.
That's right.
Store it away.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
From Melissa on the text line, and this goes to something that came up yesterday, great gifts. That was in the completely useless question, JoJo?
Yeah, it was 20% of women said if you were going to get them something or do something for them, they would love this, and it was having their car cleaned for them.
Great idea.
Well, yours is just shining like beaming today. Like I drove into the lot.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, the only risk you take is come summertime, there's birds flying everywhere. And if they see that kind of shine,
Yeah, they think it's
baby.
water, so they
Is that what it
let
is?
it go. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know why.
that's why birds will always crap all over your clean
I'll tell you,
car.
yours is so clean, I thought about it.
You take a dump on my truck, Aiello. There's not much that would make me fight you.
Listen, you know it can't be me. There's no way I could barely get inside in the truck. Never mind on the hood of the car or in the back.
I'll give you a boost.
Thanks, just for the joke.
Yes, wash method. I visited yesterday, and it never fails. Looks good today.
Oh, I had Vicky right on my tail today. By the way, yesterday on the bone phone, somebody asked how far back you have to be of somebody, right? At a left turn lane? Well, I had a car pull up behind me, and I couldn't tell it was Vicky. You know why? Because she was too close.
Oh, you
She
know
was
what
too
happened?
close.
Oh my gosh, I was inching towards you a little because have you ever had an itch on your back, but you're
Yes.
wearing a winter coat?
Oh, it's terrible.
I
Yeah.
got my snow brush and I
Oh.
was like using it as a
Back
back scratcher,
scratcher.
and
Very
then I started
creative.
inching forward. I was like, oh, I'm gonna hit him if I don't stop.
I go, I can't tell who's behind me, but they're damn close. And
Yeah.
then I realized it was Vicky. when
I
we
would
were
get out of her
turning
way. Vicky's you're a quick moving person.
Yeah, I
Vicky.
am.
Like when we leave a lot of times we'll leave the building together, and Joe and I cannot keep up. Like you got places to be and things to do. Like
People
you're
in my life often comment and complain about it that I walk too fast. I'm short. I'm 5'3". I got to make up time. You
yeah,
know?
but you look like you'll go right through doors. You look like the Kool-Aid mascot, like out
That's
of
right.
my way. You're at your car before Joe and I get out of the building.
You're a
And
buzzsaw.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, you're a buzzsaw. Bzzum, bzzum,
Okay,
bzzum.
I want to read this text because it's great from Melissa. Good morning, PJV. I have the best husband in the world. He came home from work yesterday with a gift for me. One of the first concerts we ever went to together was Sunfest in 1993. Ankle deep in mud, watching some of the best bands. He picked up this original Sunfest poster from Into the Music downtown, and he put it. It looks like he put it into a frame. Hey, or is
Okay.
That looks great.
Was
Yeah.
it? I haven't seen the picture. Was it laminated?
It's got
One of those
It looks
deals?
like it is.
It's been laminated is what it looks like. Yes. It does look marvelous. August 13th, 14th, and 15th, Gimli Motorsport Park. Pearl Jam, the headliner.
That might have been hardboard, like put on wood.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, that looks
What
cool.
a thoughtful gift. That's so cool. It has sentimental value and it looks nice. That's great.
That's the old 92 City logo up in the top left,
That's
too.
what that is.
That was one heck of a show. And I mean, honestly, you couldn't come back after that one with Sunfest.
No,
Nothing lived up to the Pearl Jam
That's a
hype.
great point. And I passed out in my tent and missed Pearl Jam, and I'll never, ever forgive myself for that.
Pardon me?
It was a fun day. Like, obviously, leading
That's
up to
how you
passing
learned
out.
about pacing.
Right. It's a hard lesson.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
The completely useless question.
The completely useless question.
Useless with a capital Y.
So useless.
Brought to you by Midtown Ford.
You know, I thought at least once this week I might say Enrique Iglesias tickets up for grabs, but I did not. Gabriel Iglesias tickets up for grabs.
Your hero. Do you remember that song?
Oh, of course I do.
One's a
was that?
singer, one's a comedian. I was saying, you're not going to get the laughs from Enrique.
But yes, and I think he might be still with
Anna
Kournikova.
Kournikova,
I think they're still
yeah.
together. Like,
Yeah.
who would have thought? Anyway, back to Gabriel Iglesias. Tickets up for grabs. Joe has the question, 780 City.
The show's next week. Mm-hmm. 1/4 of married couples have argued about this chore. A quarter. 25% of married couples have argued about this chore. And I'm going to give you a clue right off the get-go. We're not talking about vacuuming or doing the dishes, okay?
It's
Not
a little
that kind of chore.
Off the beaten path a little
Yeah,
bit, would you say?
yeah.
Okay. 780 City, 780 2484. Good morning.
Holy, that was quick. I don't have a guess yet. So, Lifeline, Vicky?
First thing that came to mind for me was taking out the garbage.
No.
Okay.
No. That's a good one.
Like,
Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
And now with recycling in the mix, like there's always something to be taken out.
Well, you got to take it out, and then did you bring the bins back
Yep.
in? And yeah.
Do you ever play the game at home where how many more items can you fit in the trash before the next person takes it out?
Oh yeah, yeah. That
Recycling
game.
is always overflowing. I feel
Yeah.
like it never
Hold on.
actually empties.
If I crush this can just a little bit more, I think I can still
It's a
wedge
game
it in.
of chicken.
Yeah.
Good morning, City.
Hey.
Hey.
Good morning.
Yeah, you got a guess?
Going to the store to get tampons or unmentionables like that.
No, nothing like that.
Okay. I don't know how you'd argue. It's either, whoever happens to be there, right? Usually, or
I know I'm always yelling at Matt to get that stuff. You gotta get it for me.
Are we gonna fight about this again?
It's all the time.
Good morning, City.
Good morning. Can I use Philly as
You can. Loading the dishwasher. Or
Ooh, good
unloading.
one.
I guess unloading
No,
would be better.
no.
That's another stare down.
Yeah, everyone's got their way of doing it. Hey.
This chore
Yeah.
will take you out of the house.
Oh, big hint.
Oh,
Big hint.
interesting.
It'll
Okay.
take you off your property.
Huh.
So we're not talking cutting grass, snow, none of that stuff.
Okay.
It's a chore that takes you off your property. Hello, City.
Hi, is it going grocery shopping?
No, but it involves a store.
It involves a store.
This would be like an errand, I guess, as much as it could be considered a chore. But I guess that's why it's an argument.
How big of an argument? Like, are we talking?
To
We're
be
not
honest,
talking for 2 hours
I
after?
don't. Well, you could, I guess. I don't think this has ever been discussed on the show, though. This might even lead to another discussion.
Okay.
After the answer.
Good morning. You have a guess?
Hi. No, I'll text line.
Text line guess.
Okay.
Is this the third lifeline now?
Yeah.
Okay. Discipline. See, this doesn't take you off the property, but it's the first one that came up. Disciplining children.
No. No.
Sorry about that.
That might be more than 25%, I think.
Oh,
about
for
the kids,
sure
eh?
it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a big fight. 780 City. Good morning.
Hey there. Lifeline, please.
Philly, Vicky, or the text line?
Philly.
Walking the dog.
No.
Because technically, lots of families, it's supposed to be the kids,
Yeah.
the kids who are
Yeah.
doing it. And
This involves stores.
780 City, 780 2484. Good morning.
Morning. Philly, give me something.
Oh my God. Is that Lifeline 4?
This is it. No, last one.
Involves stores.
Mm-hmm.
Some form of shopping for for the kids, like back to school shopping or
No.
No. Sorry, man,
No.
I'm a little stumped.
No.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
Yeah. Okay, so that's it for Lifelines.
Yeah.
Hello, City.
That's it for Lifelines. Can you need a hint?
I just gave you one.
I don't know if we're allowed
stores.
to request hints, or at least for the callers.
That's the first one. I give you a lot of credit.
Well,
Usually Phil
she had to
dupes
try,
me.
right?
Yeah. Usually Phil dupes me into that. I did mention that it involves stores.
I can't think of nothing.
That's okay. Yep.
We're stumped too. You're not alone.
1/4 of married couples have argued about this errand, this chore. It involves stores. I would say probably more retail outlets than it would be a grocery store.
Hi, City.
Hi, how about returning item?
Yeah.
Of course.
25% of married couples have argued about a return, about returning something to a store.
Yeah, it's
And I
sitting there
guess
by
it's-
the door for like a week, and you're like, you got to return that. We're running out of time.
That could be the argument. Could it also be about that you don't want to return it, but the partner wants it to be returned?
Yeah.
Or you brought this home, what for? Return it? That kind of argument. I guess there's a lot of layers to it.
Amazingly, I never have to remind my wife to return something. It's the other way around. Like,
Yes.
I'll buy 6 shirts. I only want 3.
Yeah.
And exactly, it'll just sit there.
Yeah.
She's watching the timer
Oh,
tick by. Yeah.
And I'm like, I'll do it
The
tomorrow.
receipt's turning yellow.
Yeah.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
We talking about in the completely useless question about returns, and it's funny. Like the answer was, how did that go, Joe? It's something couples will fight about.
Yeah, 25% of couples will have argued at one point about returning something to a store. And there's different layers to it, right? It could be, as Vicky mentioned, it's been left there at the door. You keep tripping over it, but you won't take it back. There's that argument. Or you just brought something home, and like in my case, my partner, Christy, would say, we don't need that. You should bring it back, like
Yeah.
or something like
It's too
that.
expensive, or we don't need it.
Yeah, or who's returning it?
Yeah, so that just happened to in my house, and it was me, of course. I bought like 8 shirts from Winners, and I only wanted to keep because I'm not going through. I don't try them all on there. I go through there, run through the racks. I saw a whole bunch that I might wear. I get home. 4 of them I like. The other 4 got to go back. This was like before Christmas. And my wife reminded me. Little did she know I was trying to play a Jedi mind trick where she just returns them.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
my
is
move.
that what was going
That's
on?
my move, right?
Yeah.
If I just leave them there, she'll do it. Because I don't know what it is. I don't enjoy taking clothes back. I just.
Well, who does?
Is that, I'm
It's
not.
nobody's favorite hobby.
Yeah.
It just has to be done.
But
Thank
but
you,
weren't-
Vicky.
Sorry, I'm
It's-
channeling
it's-
your wife.
it's
I
like
can
she's-
feel her coming through me.
It's like she's in the room here.
Did you feel like you were getting ganged up on?
I
just
did
there?
just now. Yeah. But anyway, they didn't go back. So now I'm throwing them in rotation because I waited too long.
I will tell you this: we're going to notice now, Vicky and I, which ones were on the cutting room floor
And don't quite fit.
He doesn't wear those ones that often.
The worst is going to be if we say, "Oh, that's one of the shirts you were going to return." And it's like, "No, this is one of the ones I liked."
Oh, that'll hurt my feelings. Yeah. But it'll be obvious, though. It'll be just kind of doesn't fit
It
properly.
is interesting though, because when you are shopping there, you're not thinking about returning any of them at that point, but you don't want to try them on because it's arduous enough looking through racks.
Yeah.
So you find your 6 to 8 shirts, you bring them home, and now you're just sitting there going, "Yeah, okay, these 3 I'm keeping," and then you just think that those other 5 are magically going to get back there.
It'll eventually happen.
And now you've got 8 shirts.
I got a lot of shirts.
You said Christmas, though. You're long past the point of return.
Oh yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Okay.
keeping them
You're
now.
okay,
Yeah,
I see.
like they're in rotation now. There's no I cannot take them back. Isn't there like if you take them back within a certain time, you can get money back, and then there's another time period where you get a store credit, right? I
At
think
some
I missed
places,
both
yeah,
of
it's
those.
different. And at Winners, they have like if you're a part of their loyalty thing, you get a longer window.
Well, he goes once a year. I don't know how loyal that is.
92.1 City.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast. Here's what we learned today with Philly Joe and Vicky.
Busy day of learning. My truck is so clean that Joe felt like pooping on it just like a bird this morning. Because is Vicky, you're the one who told us that the reason why birds are more prone to poop on a clean vehicle.
Yeah, it's because they think it's water, the reflection from the sun and everything.
Yeah, well, I had Joe thinking about it too, and I'm like, Joe, don't you dare. Don't you dare. I was at Wash Method yesterday, and it's clean.
It's too cold for me to pull my pants down outside.
There's always summer.
We found out that Vicky knows as much about pasta as Joe does.
More.
We got a question about spaghetti. It was on the bone phone, so we threw it at Joe. That's what the person said. I got a question for Joe. And before Joe could even weigh in, Vicky, who makes her own pasta, was bang, right there.
Took a class in Florence, Italy.
Yeah, right in the homeland. I will say this, if you were to buy or purchase like shelf pasta, I would go with Rummo, Rummo.
That's a good tip.
That's all I can offer to that conversation. But Vicky had us covered. Once she put the Italian stamp on it from Florence, what was I going to come back with?
No.
West End of Winnipeg? Like,
It just doesn't cut it. 25% of married couples have argued about returning clothes to the store that you don't want. They don't fit, whatever the reason may be. Couples argue about it.
Mm-hmm. Items in general returning, not just clothes.
Oh, so it could be an armoire.
Yeah.
Something to the grocery store, something from online. Yeah, sure.
Could have been that second bowling ball you purchased.
Yeah, because it looks good in the store, that bowling ball. When you get it home, you're
nice
like,
and shiny.
How many is enough, Phil?
I just like the one. I'm
Yeah.
pretty particular about my bowling balls. The whole taking an hour before swimming after you eat is a myth. I mean, we kind of knew that, I think, but it came up this morning. And also, speaking of myths, that it takes gum 7 years to digest if you eat it, if you swallow it.
Right. That's confirmed as a myth?
It is.
Yes.
I Googled that up. That is not a fact. It'll come out within 48 hours. It won't, break down the way it should.
Sure.
But if you want to look for it, Vicky, it'll probably be there in your, if you're defecating, it'll be there in the toilet.
You know what? I like the air of mystery. Sometimes things are better left unknown.
I like looking. I like seeing what's in
Yeah.
there. Oh, there's gum.
Hey, I remember eating that.
How bad?
Yeah.
How bad is your memory? You have to look.
I don't need a play-by-play on
Yes,
that.
I'm with you.
And finally, this was great. Very, very early this morning, we were talking about it. There is a small-time wrestler in the States, and his gimmick is that he's a pizza restaurant owner, and he throws dough. He throws pizza dough at his opponents.
Yeah, Vicky found his name out was Luigi Primo.
That's right.
Future superstar.
Go to our Facebook page or our stories on Instagram to see this guy in action because it's something to see.
Oh, man. And the guy he's fighting sold it. He gets hit in the face with that pizza dough, and down he goes.
Oh, yeah.
It's over. That's what we learned today.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
For more Philly, Joe, and Vicky, lock it into 92.1 City, weekday morning 6 to 10.